Hello, and welcome to this first kind of real episode of this new series, which I will probably lose interest and motivation with within a couple of weeks or months. In this first episode, my wife Layla and I are on an early morning bike ride. Hey. You come here often?
Yeah, every day.
Every day?
What about you?
First time. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. You look kind of dweeby.
Do I have any weed? As we were cycling down, I decided to, get the camera out, just sort of warm up a little bit, fire off a few little shots, get the cobwebs dusted off. So I saw this kind of like horse and cart, which is classic Lombok, and I just thought, yeah, that looks nice. I'm going to line up a shot, and this is what came out the camera. First image is not great, but that's okay. That's fine, because this is me still learning film photography. This is new. I'm not used to this. No problems. Fine. It's fine.
Is it not blurry?
No, I don't think so. I don't know, actually. Let me just check. Fuck. Carried on cycling, and then the sun, the sun rising here is just gives you such nice golden light. And then I thought, another shot here. This would be nice with Layla. So I was lining all that up. After nearly losing my wife and killing us both in the morning rush hour traffic.
I couldn't do it.
Cross now.
Ah!
Cross.
I'm gonna fall off.
Oh my god. Trying not to get my wife killed on the roads of Lombok. We arrived in Ampenan, which is a really unique, interesting kind of neighbourhood. This is one of my favourite places in Lombok. I have a lot of favourite places in Lombok, but this is a cool neighbourhood. So, we are in Ampenan, which is like an old part of town just north of Mataram. And you have all these old buildings, kind of colonial style. And that's because they are colonial. From when, I think some of these buildings around here are probably 100 years old, if not a little bit older. From when the Dutch were here, being absolute bellends, colonialists. But I can't speak as a Brit, so yeah, there's a ton of really interesting old buildings. So I thought it'd be cool to just walk around, find some stuff.
Sorry.
Go on.
That's a nice thing to take a picture of, the bananas, the fried bananas.
The bananas? Yeah, I'll have a little look, see what that looks like. I did not take a photo of those bananas. Sorry, Layla. But I did take this photo. Here we go. Yes, I like this photo. I think this is a really cool photo. Everything just lined up nicely. The two girls came walking past and she just turned and faced the camera smiling as I clicked the shutter. That's a good photo. First one in the bag. First one I'm happy with, because it's just a full actual photo, not like this piece of fucking garbage. Anyway, we just kind of walked around the neighborhood for an hour. I was shooting. I found this kind of nice composition at the end of a road where the light was just falling. And I thought, this will make a good photo if someone comes out of the doorway or walks past or something. So I kind of just hovered around there like a weirdo. Let's wait and see if she comes out of the house again. It was worth it to hover there like a weirdo, to be fair. I like both of these photos. I like the way the light's falling, the composition, the texture on the wall. Yeah, I think these are both nice photos. This is the kind of photo that I was hoping to get when I came here in this neighborhood. When the sun is rising in Lombok, it's always super busy. Everyone's just kind of waking up, getting ready for the day. The mums are waiting at the market. I got this really nice shot. I didn't know how this would turn out, but actually quite like this shot. I think it's cool. They're all kind of like waiting around. I don't know what for, but I like the different coloured sarongs, different patterns. A couple of them kind of like looking at me like, what the fuck is he doing? Which is fair enough. I got a couple of shots of this dude who was kind of prepping his cement, I think. I thought that was pretty cool. Lots of interesting things, like people just on the move. And then, yeah, there was this shot of two school kids like walking along an alleyway, and I was like, that'll make a good shot. So we followed them, which is a bit fucking weird in hindsight. I got this shot, and then, yeah, not so good. Probably wasn't worth stalking two school kids for, really. It's kind of too dark. I won't do that again. But round the corner, I did find this composition. I really like this photo. I like this one a lot. I think it's great. I like the way the kid is kind of like, he's like drawn into his phone, completely oblivious to the world. It's like the mom behind him has to kind of like, she's got her eyes on him, just making sure he doesn't fucking walk into anything. And then the old dude just kind of like watching on. I like to think he's maybe like reminiscing about what it was like to be that kid's age, to be young. Yeah, it's a nice photo. This guy was he's a character. I liked him. He was very smiley. Got another shot of him there. And then we decided, okay, we need to get breakfast because these guys, they sell out quick. Like the whole reason we were on this bike ride is to go and get this breakfast. And if you don't grab it, like they're gone very quickly. All right, talk me through what's going on here then. What have we got?
So he's mixing rice flour with something, and then he's putting it in like a really hot griddle.
So this is basically like a pancake?
Well, not really pancake. It's like I mean, I guess you call them Dutch pancakes, but you often see in like the Christmas markets, and they like flip it. So it's kind of similar to that, but.
Oh. What's it called?
Serabi.
Serabi. Look at that. So yeah, you've got the Serabi and also lupus. I think that's how it's, yeah, lupus. I was saying groupus. What are they called?
Lupus.
Hmm?
Lupus.
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 Layla's like, it's lupus. And I was saying groupus. It's lupus. And what's
so
that?
That's just rice cakes.
Rice
and then
cakes.
they wrap them in the banana leaves, like it's in a triangle, and then they steam them.
And they kind of like wrap it all up in banana leaves. They add a bit of shredded coconut and then a big gloop of palm sugar. And it is just so good. Yeah, I got some good photos here. I just kind of snapped away. I really like these. This is what I love about Indonesia. Like, the street food is unrivaled. You can't beat it. And the fact that like this kind of like entrepreneurial family, they just come here every morning and just smash this out for a couple of hours. I love it. I think it's so cool. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of like capture these photos of what they're up to, and like I think it's a nice little set. I like these a lot. Good work, Josh. Pretty good work. And these guys are well known, like everyone comes here?
Yeah, it's quite a popular spot. Yeah. Like they'll be like sold out in like half an hour.
Really?
Usually by 8 it's like sold out.
It's sold out. It's a good job we got ours when we did. Look at these bad boys. And while we were there, the dad pointed out, he was like, hey, look at that. Like there's still Dutch, old Dutch signs on the buildings, which is crazy to me. That's like it's like 100 years old maybe. Like it's a long time back. So this guy was just saying this sign up here is still in Dutch on the right.
It's still a Dutch sign.
Wow. Gives you an idea of how old this part of town is, right? Mm-hmm. I found that really interesting because I'm a history nerd, so. used to be, I think, like the main kind of port in Lombok. Hence why you've got all these old buildings, like lots of warehouses. Oh shit, yeah, it does. There you go, 1936. So it's getting on for 100 years old. That was before World War II.
Yeah, mad that, innit?
We've got so many old warehouses and buildings like this. Because this is where all the boats were coming, all the trade. It's a really interesting place. Yeah, the whole place is full of these quirky, colourful buildings, colonial era buildings. So what are your thoughts on like Dutch colonialism?
A bit light.
Not the greatest piece of history, but did make for a couple of nice photos. I like this one a lot. I think this is cool. I like the way the light is hitting and the color of the kind of faded paint, and it looks a little bit run down, like the texture. I think I also prefer to have a subject in my photos most of the time, just kind of like a point of interest and something that like adds a little bit of context. I snapped this one with the lady kind of like driving out of her house. I think that's quite nice. And then I did try a few other shots of like objects moving by, like a motorbike, cyclist, a horse and carriage, but yeah, I don't really like any of these, like the way I don't know, the motion blur just kind of sucks. But yeah, I think photographing the static subjects is working better for me at the moment. I like this one with the dude kind of just contemplating, not sure what he's thinking about. It looks pretty serious. And there's this one of like the horse and cart kind of parked up. These were working better for me, so I think I just kind of like need to get more comfortable with this camera. I kind of suck right now. That's okay. It's a learning curve. Having said that, I did get a little bit creative. Like I saw this kind of like sort of shuttered window, and I saw the reflection in it. I was like, you know what? This make a good photo. I lined that up. Kind of slaps. Kind of fucking slaps. This is a nice photo. Okay. All right. Who am I? But then there's other times when I'm trying to get creative. For example, I found this dog, basically just antagonizing this dog, trying to line up this shot, which I thought might be cool. And then it just turns out to be dog shit. Yeah, not a good one. Just kind of sucks. So you win some, you lose some. Is this just like boring for you?
No.
No, it's good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. By this point, Layla is totally over it. And yeah, we're getting hungry. So we decided to head down to the sea. We got our little Serabi and Lupus. Groupus? Yeah.
Lupus.
Lupus. I said Goopus earlier. I was like, Goopus?
Yes.
Lupus. Okay. And then some Serabi. Would you say this is like a classic Indonesian snack? Is it breakfast? Would you class this as breakfast?
Yeah, probably breakfast. But you can get it sometimes during the day.
Yeah.
But mostly it's a breakfast food.
It's a sweet treat.
Yeah.
Get stuck in. You can eat now. Might get a nice like portrait of you. Delicious. Seriously, if you're ever in Indonesia, you gotta try Serabi. It's so nice. Probably not the healthiest breakfast with all that sugar, but it is. It's good. What do you reckon of that boat, Layla?
What do I think of that?
Yeah, big boat, right?
Where is this going?
Slightly bigger boat than the one that Alfred Russel Wallace would have arrived on.
Probably.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Who's that?
He invented the Wallace line.
He invented the Wallace line?
Yeah. He did.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, and then he named it after himself. He's like...
If you don't know who Wallace is,
He literally did invent the Wallace line.
He did invent the Wallace line. So Alfred Russel Wallace arrived here, maybe right there, who knows, about 200 years ago. He came from Bali, crossed over the Lombok Strait, arrived here in Ampenan. And in Lombok is where he started to kind of realise, like, oh shit, like, the animals are different here, like, very stark contrast with Bali. And it got his mind churning and turning, and he started to figure out the theory of evolution. But no one knows about that, everyone thinks it's Darwin. Kind of sucks, it's a shame. So that was the joke I was going to say, like, he would have arrived, that boat's slightly bigger than the one he would have arrived on. Sometimes wonder why she hasn't divorced me yet. Alfred Russel Wallace, the main man. Yeah, if you are interested in this, I highly recommend reading this book. This is basically, it's called the Malay Archipelago, and it's his kind of personal account, his diaries of basically sailing all around the Indonesian archipelago in the 1850s and 60s, which is pretty crazy, pretty hardcore. Yeah, it's a big book, but I can highly recommend it if you're interested in Indonesia. This is like essential reading, and it's cool to think like that he just rocked up right here in Ampenan like 170 odd years ago. That was nice. Hopefully got some good photos. Nice little date.
Yeah.
Because we're like, you know,
what?
Vibing.
Friends?
Just vibing, aren't
Friends.
we? Yeah.
Just cycling friends.
Cycling friends. Cycling friends. That's it. I hope you enjoyed that. This is the first of a couple that I've already shot. Let me know what you think. Was it good? Would you like to see more? Would you like me to not do this again? Just let me know. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I suck, but I'm having fun. So I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Interesting. Was that interesting? Probably not at all.